Marathon cooking here. We're going to be eating some super carbohydrate dense, iron rich linguini with clams. Except we're not going to eat linguini with clams. We're going to eat fusilli because I like that shape better. It's a little easier to eat. And cockles. Cockles are small little clams. First, about the white pasta. So, this is durum wheat pasta, which is a little bit less nutritious than whole wheat pasta. And normally I would say go with whole wheat every single time. But if you want some pasta to eat the day before a really long run, a race, or something where you're concerned about maybe your bowel movements, you want DiCecco white durum wheat pasta. DiCecco is pretty much the best bang for the buck. This is fusilli. This is their organic product. It's, I think, $3, maybe even a little bit less. If you buy the non-organic, it's right around $2, so it's super cheap. And as far as carbohydrates go, you're going to be getting 41 grams per serving times 6. So you're going to be having 240 grams of carbohydrates in this box. Now, the reason why I say linguine with clams is clams are iron rich. If you look here on the side, this has 2 servings, and each serving has 73% of your daily iron. And you need iron for endurance events. Very, very important. Especially if you're following a mostly vegan diet like I am, this is very, very important. Now, you're saying to yourself, why is he using these canned cockles instead of, say, little neck clams from the United States? These are from Spain. Why aren't you using clams from the United States? Well, it's really simple. These are $8. They're really good product. They're really tender. If you buy canned clams from the United States, typically they're really large clams that can be this large or even larger. And they're chopped into pieces and they're kind of tough. I don't particularly like those. The thing you really want are little neck clams, which are going to be really small clams that are going to probably cost you between 40 and 75 cents a piece, depending upon where you live. These are $8. Little neck clams, to get a dozen of them or 2 dozen of them. You might get what you need, but you got to go to the store that day. These keep on the fridge. They're really nice product. Get yourself canned clams or fresh clams, whatever you prefer. Again, $8. These are great. Some garlic. I have some big cloves here. I have 5 big cloves. 1 shallot. It's entirely optional. And some parsley, olive oil, salt and pepper. Super simple, super easy. When your water starts to boil, add about a teaspoon of salt. We're going to use a lot less salt in the water than normal because you're going to be getting the pasta water out, well, not a lot of it, but about a cup of it using a Pyrex measuring cup with a minute before the pasta is done, because that pasta water, when you pour it just a little bit into your pan, is going to help bind the pasta and the sauce together, and it's going to bring the starch in. It just makes everything really nice. So it's going to take 10 minutes to cook the pasta. Set my timer. I started the olive oil and garlic. I'm going to start that off. It's going to cook really fast. As soon as it's done, turn the heat off and move the pan if you need to. But I'm going to go ahead, and as I cook this, I'm going to throw the pasta in and cook this, because it's going to get done so quickly. Pasta goes in, start cooking your shallot and your garlic. Turn it off as soon as it's done cooking. As soon as a minute to go on your pasta, which is going to be 9 minutes, you're going to drain about a cup of the water simply by taking a Pyrex measuring cup into there and getting about a cup of it out. Put that aside, then get a colander ready. And you're going to take the pasta and drain the pasta at 10 minutes or less if you want it more al dente. You're going to have your parsley ready because you're going to finish with parsley. I just did a fine chop there. I don't do anything too fancy. Stirring the pasta. Garlic and shallot is going. I'm going to turn it off as soon as it becomes just slightly turning brown and translucent. My pasta has been cooking now for about 8 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and stick my Pyrex into there, making sure not to get any pasta, but I have the cloudiness, so it's packed full of starch. That's exactly what I want. I'm not going to use that much, but go ahead and get a cup just in case. I've already let my onion, garlic, shallots, and oil cool down. Once they cooled down, I went ahead and dumped my canned clams in. Those are, again, cockles, actually not clams, they're really small. And I also poured the brine in with it because that's going to be providing most of the salt that my pasta is going to need. I'm going to taste it when it's close to done after I've stirred it around and add more salt if it needs it. It may not because clams are salty. I am finishing the pasta with the clams, the oil and garlic mixture, just stirring it around. I've got it up to about 6 out of 10. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to top it off with some parsley. That is the finished product, fusilli with parsley, cockles. You can garnish it with a little lemon if you'd like. That'll enliven the flavor. I tasted it before I served it. I added some salt, I added some pepper, and I added some more chili. This is absolutely fantastic, iron-rich, carbohydrate-dense food. Super easy to make. Go ahead and make it today.